Okay, guys, students, we are going to discuss the sources of Islamic law. As we have discussed, there are basically four sources of Islamic law through which laws are made for any Islamic state. The first one, that is the Quran, the words of Allah, and the second one, this is the Sunnah or Hadith of the Holy Prophet. And first two resources, Quran and Sunnah, they are the primary sources of Islamic law. And we have discussed in detail that what type of laws are made and what are the conditions, what are the examples, each and everything we have discussed in details. Now we come to the secondary sources. There are two types of secondary sources. The first one is ijma, and you can say this is a third source of Islamic law. And the fourth one, this is Qiyas, analogy. We have also discussed the third source, that is ijma, the consensus of opinion of the Muslim jurist. Now, today we will discuss the last source and the fourth source for lawmaking in Islam for legislation, that is Qiyas. Qiyas is a source of law in Islam, in Islamic jurisprudence. First of all, I would like to guide you that how Qiyas is different from Ijma, because you have studied ijma in depth and you know about ijma. First of all, let's have a look at what is basically difference between ijma and qiyas. The process, the methodology almost is same, that is adopted for ijma and that is adopted for qiyas. The first thing is that ijma and qiyas both are examples of ijtihad. Both are forms of ijtihad. Now I guide you what ijtihad is. We get a hadith of the Holy Prophet in which when he appointed Hazrat Muaz bin Jabal. Hazrat Muaz bin Jabal, he was the companion who is well known due to his expertise in Islamic law. And Holy Prophet appointed him as a governor of Yemen. When he was going to join to assume his office, he had a meeting with the Holy Prophet. And Holy Prophet asked him, inquired him, "O Muaz, now you are the governor of that area. How will you decide your issues and the case?" Muaz bin Jabal said, "O Prophet of Allah, I will decide all the issues keeping in view the book of Allah. I will resolve all the issues from the book of Allah, that is Quran." Holy Prophet said, if you are unable to find the solution from Quran, the book of Allah, so how will you decide the case? And he said that, "O Prophet of Allah, I will decide the issues, all the matters, with the help of the Sunnah of my Prophet." So there, Muaz bin Jabal said, "I will decide the case from Sunnah and Hadith of the Prophet." So it shows that Quran and Hadith, they must be consulted first of all whenever there is any problem. At the third point, Holy Prophet said, "O Muaz, if you are unable to find the solution of any problem, even in my Sunnah, so what will you do?" The words of Muaz bin Jabal, they are the golden words. And he said that, "O Prophet of Allah, I will do ijtihad. I will try to resolve this issue by the use of my own wisdom and reasoning on the basis of Quran and Sunnah." I repeat the words. Muaz bin Jabal replied, "O Prophet of Allah, I will resolve the issues on which Quran and Sunnah are silent by the use of my wisdom and reasoning." Holy Prophet became very happy and he made a special dua for Muaz bin Jabal. So keeping in view this hadith, we assume we make four sources of Islamic law. First Quran, second Hadith and Sunnah, and the third ijtihad. If activity of ijtihad, if it is done by the group of jurists, it is called ijma. And if the activity of ijtihad if it is done by a single jurist, by a single Islamic scholar, it will be called as Qiyas. So this is the simplest, this is a very simple definition to understand what Qiyas is and what Ijma is. You must know that basically Ijma and Qiyas, they are the forms of Ijtihad. What Ijtihad is? To find out the solution of any problem on which Quran and Sunnah both are silent by the use of your wisdom and reasoning. But it should be on the basis of Quran and Sunnah. So we move to our topic that is about Qiyas. Qiyas, the worldly meaning of Qiyas, to measure one thing in comparison with an other thing. This is the worldly meaning of Qiyas. But in Islamic terms, in Islamic law, Qiyas means to put, when we face any problem, and we see that Ijma is silent, Ijma is not being conducted, Quran is silent, Hadith is silent. Qiyas will be done with this condition if three sources of Islamic law, they are silent. First source, Quran. Second source, Hadith and Sunnah. Third source, Ijma. If all three sources, they are silent on certain issue, so now Qiyas becomes obligatory, and you can say now Qiyas will be allowed for the Muslim scholars to do it. So Qiyas is the fourth source of Islamic law, and it is done by a single Muslim jurist. Ijma is an activity of ijtihad that is done by a group of the jurists. Not only the group, they call a meeting, they put the issue, the problem in front of all the scholars, then they try to find out the solution on the basis of Quran and Sunnah. If they agree, then ijma will be established. But Qiyas, it is the activity of single jurist. For example, there are 10 jurists, Muslim scholars are there. So it is possible that every Muslim scholar, they have their own Qiyas, but it must be on the basis of Quran and Sunnah. There are four elements of Qiyas that they must be followed when we do any Qiyas. The first one, it is Asal. The second one, it is Fara. The third one, it is Illa. The fourth one, it is Hukam. Now I define one by one. What Asal is? Asal means original text of Quran and Hadith. The first element of Qiyas, it means that Asal means original text of Quran and Hadith. This is the first element of Qiyas. It means that Qiyas must be supported by Hadith and Sunnah. The second one, it is Farah, the newly coming problem. If there is any issue on which Quran, Hadith and Ijma, these three sources are silent, this newly coming problem will be called as Farah. Asal, Farah. And the third one, that's the third element of Qiyas, it is Illa, the common reason. When we have any problem, newly coming problem on which Hadith, Quran and Ijma are silent, so we will find out the common reason between Quran and Hadith and the newly coming problem. We will have to provide a proof and evidence from Hadith and Sunnah to support for the solution of that is given by the Qiyas. So we will find out the reason between Asal and Farah. And the last element of Qiyas, it is Hukam. Hukam, it is the result of this Qiyas. Okay girls, I explain these four elements with an examples of the hadith of Sayyida Aisha. Sayyida Aisha Razillah Talana, she used to knead the floor. When she used to knead the floor dried up on her nails, and it becomes a barrier to flow the water on the body. You know that it is compulsory Girls, you know that it is compulsory for wudu that your body parts of wudu, they must be washed with water. If there is anything, any substance that is on your body that becomes a barrier to flow the water on your body, it becomes your wuzu void. Your wuzu will be void if there is anything on your body that becomes a barrier to flow the water. So when Sayyida Aisha, she used to knead the flour, it dried up on her nails and it becomes a barrier to flow the water. So the wuzu becomes void. So this is asal. We have got a hadith, we have got asal, original text of hadith about a certain issue. What the issue is, use of nail polish on nails. This is the newly coming problem. Okay, we find out the solution. We will look into Quran. We will look into Hadith. We look into the Quran. Quran is silent. Then we look into Hadith of the Prophet. We found a Hadith of Sayyida Aisha in which we observe that if anything is applied on the nails, that becomes a barrier to flow the water. It will void the wuzu. So if any chemical, any substance, if it is applied on the body parts and it becomes a barrier, so it will also void the wuzu. Likewise, the floor, the dried floor, it voids the wuzu of Sayyida Aisha. Same, likewise, we will put the order of that hadith on newly coming problem. Okay? So, girls, I want to wind up the topic of Qiyas with this explanation that keeping in view the newly coming problem of use of nail polish on the nails, this is farah. Use of nail polish, it is a newly coming problem. It is a farah. And hadith of Sayyida Aisha that provides us, that guides us to make our decision over this newly coming problem, it is asal. Right? Asal and farah. Now we will find the common reason between asal and farah, that is a barrier. If floor is barrier to flow the water on the body of Sayyida Aisha during that time, so if anything is applied like nail polish is also a barrier. So we will put the order of that situation on newly coming problem, that is use of nail polish. If floor is a barrier, likewise nail polish is also a barrier. Even likewise in future, if anything it is applied on human body that becomes a barrier to flow the water, same hukam, same order will be applied, that wuzu will not be valid, and without wuzu your worship will not be accepted. So use of nail polish, it is farah. Hadith of Sayyida Aisha, it is asal. Becomes a barrier, it is common cause, it is illah. And what is hukam? What is the result of this issue? Hukam is that wuzu becomes void. So, students, hopefully I have explained you in a very easy word that what Qiyas is and how Qiyas is conducted, what are the elements of Qiyas and what are the examples of Qiyas from the life of the Holy Prophet and from recent times. Thank you so much.